How to rewire Melodyne Studio into Pro Tools. ReWire is a very common and popular means of integrating different production environments. With it, one can route audio between programs like Melodyne Studio and Pro Tools, allowing you to take full advantage of multiple work environments at the same time. Let's take a look. Here I've launched Pro Tools. It's important to open your host sequencer first that's going to control the ReWire application. Now, in order to rewire Pro Tools with another production environment, we need to create some auxiliary channel strips. So let's do that first. I'll create one mono one, and let's create one stereo auxiliary channel strip. Okay? There. And I'll move them over so we can see them better. All right, now that we've got our auxiliary channel set up, what we want to do is insert our ReWire application here under Plugin, under Instrument, and choose Melodyne, and it'll indicate mono since it is a mono aux track. And the ReWire window will open, and this will automatically launch Melodyne Studio for us like this. And we have a choice to not connect at all, to use our ReWire client, or Melodyne's proprietary bridge application. We're going to choose ReWire. And the program's going to finish loading. And then what we're going to do is open our corresponding session that we want to integrate within Pro Tools. Here we go. Now I'll come up to File and open my ReWire session in Melodyne that I want to integrate within this Pro Tools session. And this file contains vocals and a keyboard track. Here we have our vocals, and here we have some keys. Now, right now, Melodyne Studio and Pro Tools are not communicating. So what we have to do is set our output channel here in our auxiliary tracks. So I'm going to name this first track Vocals to correspond with the one in Melodyne, and I'll name the stereo one Keys, like so. So here we're going to insert a stereo ReWire application under Instrument and choose Melodyne Stereo. And we're going to set our outputs to channels 3 and 4. So on our vocal mono aux, we have channel 1 that I'm going to select. And on our stereo aux, we see channels 3 and 4. Now we're going to set up Melodyne Studio correspondingly in Melodyne's mixer. We'll open up Melodyne's mixer window, and here we see our Vox and our keys. So I'm going to set the vocal channel to 1 and our corresponding keys to 3 and 4 to correspond to our ReWire inputs on these auxiliaries. And it's as easy as that. Now, one thing I also like to point out here in Melodyne is on our transport bar. Right here in the lower left corner where it says sync, we want to make sure it says link transport to ReWire host. This is important so that Melodyne's transport bar will also control playback and what you hear between Pro Tools and Melodyne, as well as Pro Tools transport bar. Okay? So with that in mind, let's take a listen. I'm going to press play, and you'll hear our backing tracks playing here from within Pro Tools, and you'll hear our vocals and keys coming here from within Melodyne.
You wanna tie me up. You wanna tie me down. You're drinking from the and you go sit down.
There. I was also showing you how you can mute them, thus proving that the audio, the vocals, and the keyboards are coming from within Melodyne Studio. Now you can record your audio or import your audio prior to rewiring here in Melodyne Studio. Now back here in Pro Tools, we'll see that we can literally create as many auxiliary tracks, up to 8 channels, as necessary to integrate here with Melodyne Studio. The reason why this is very useful in production is because you're taking advantage of two fantastic production environments. Melodyne's famous editing environment here, if you double click, we can take advantage of Melodyne's famous editing power here to begin editing, for example, these vocals. And all of our editing will be heard here on this corresponding auxiliary track that we have routed into Pro Tools. So it's a great way to take advantage of two of your favorite programs, both Melodyne Studio and Pro Tools here. Thank you for watching. My name's Carlo Libertini.